Hello everyone, it's Sharon, and in today's video we are taking a look at my everyday makeup drawer. It has been quite a while since I have filmed one of these. I do update my everyday makeup drawer pretty frequently, maybe about every 2 weeks or so. I kind of rotate products in and out, and mine was really full today. So I didn't film this part, but I did already put away things that I don't want to use this week or next week and put in some things that I do want to try to give some love. So I have quite a bit in here still because I do like to have options. And I have a lot of newer makeup too that I am still testing out. So if you want to take a look inside, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, I think you can pretty much see a good overview here of what I've got inside, but I will, of course, hold everything up for you guys so you can really see. I'm going to start over here to the right with this compartment here. This is my foundation and primer section. So I've got my little beauty blender holder, which I don't think is in frame, but inside is the e.l.f. sponge. It's dirty because I haven't washed it since getting ready today. But I've been testing out this e.l.f. sponge. I'd never tried it before. I really do like it. I almost think it's maybe a little too soft. But I like when sponges have this slanted edge like that. I think it's really nice for foundation. So I've got my sponge. For foundations, I have two. I have one from Bare Minerals and one from Revlon. These are both newer releases. I haven't heard anyone talk about this Revlon Light Cover foundation, and I've had it for a few weeks now, and the few times I've used it, I did really like it. I'm also testing out the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Foundation. I've used this in a video before, but I'm still trying to gather my thoughts on how I feel about this. So these are the two foundations that I wanted to use this week. This one has a little bit more coverage than this, so that's why I always like to have, you know, a more cover, medium cover foundation and a lighter cover foundation, just depending on the day and my mood. So these are what I'm trying out this week. I actually have a bunch of primers in here. I probably won't use them all, but I will show you what's in here. I picked up this Milk Makeup Blur Stick from TJ Maxx a few weeks ago. I still haven't even used it. It's just been sitting in here. So I still need to try that out. And then I have two primers from Wet n Wild. These are both new. I have the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer and the Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer in Brighten. I have used the Brighten one already. I think I've even featured it in a video, and I do really like this. It's a really great illuminating primer. And then I haven't really tried the Impossible one yet. This one's more of, it says it's silicone free, but it still has that texture of like a silicone primer. So like pore filling, things like that, and I wanted to try it. It's called the All-in-One Silicone Free Primer. So these are in here, as well as the Milani Chill Out Soothing Primer. This is new as well, so I haven't gotten a chance to try this on its own yet, so I've got this in here. And I have the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. My Ulta just recently started selling Hourglass products. So this is the smaller size, so I picked it up because I'd never used anything like this from Hourglass before. I also picked up for concealer, I picked up the Hourglass Concealer. I heard Jessica Braun talk about this one, that, you know, at first she didn't like it, now she does. So when I saw that they had it in my Ulta, I was like, okay, let's give it a go. So I picked it up. I am still trying to form my thoughts. I'm actually leaning on the side of I don't like it, but that's why it's in here, because I want to keep testing it out. And then on the other spectrum, I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have only tried this like once or twice, so again, still formulating my thoughts. But those are the two concealers I'll be rotating a bit between this week. And then, you know, I have the 4 primers, so I need to try those out. I'll probably use a different one each day. And then I've got the foundations. So those are my face products there. Over here in this compartment, these 4 things are things that kind of just live here all the time because they're small and they don't take up much room. So I've got the It Bye Bye Redness, the by Drew, it's the Flower Beauty Color Corrector in Light Peach. I have the Becca Color Corrector in Light to Medium, and then this is a Glossier Concealer Pot. So these are not ones that I use every day. Honestly, I don't even use them weekly, but because they're small and like correctors, sometimes I might want to use, or I might want to use the Bye Bye Redness. I have them here just because they just fit so nicely. So then I also have my single of the Wet n Wild Brulee, Creme Brulee, or it's just Brulee. the Wet n Wild Brulee Single. This is always great if I am using some eyeshadow that doesn't have a good transition, neutrally, like set down kind of shade. I can use this. So that always lives in here as well. For mascaras, I have been absolutely loving this new primer from Covergirl. It's giving my Essence primer a run for its money. Let me tell you, this just, it works so well. The key is to let it dry for 30 seconds like the instructions say. If you're like me and don't do that the first time, you'll be disappointed. But listen, if you let it dry 30 seconds and then go in with your mascara, it is fabulous. I absolutely love it. So that's living in here this week. I have not yet tried with that that primer, and I was curious, and I have this in my drawer already open, so I want to try it again. It's the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean Mascara. When I first tried this, I didn't love it, but then I thought today, like, oh, with that primer, because they're both, you know, the Lash Blast line, they might work really well together. So I'm going to test that combo out this week. I also have in here the L'Oreal Voluminous Original in, I don't know if it's burgundy or what shade it is. Burgundy. So this really is like a burgundy mascara. It's not brown, it's not black. It's full on like this purple burgundy kind of color. You can see there. It's really pretty. I heard about this from Our Time of the Month. I love their channel, and so I wanted to try it out just as something different, and I do really like it. It's not noticeable enough that like people in your everyday real life are going to notice, but it is just that subtle difference that I really do enjoy. So that's in there this week. Also, the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you might say, what? You don't like this. You've had it and it fails. And you are right. I have said before, I don't like it. I've had it and fails. But I've found a way to use it up because it is an expensive mascara and I didn't want to just throw it away. And I have discovered that this is a fantastic lower lash mascara because it doesn't smudge. And for whatever reason, my right eye in particular will water and smudge underneath. Not my right, my left. It will get watery throughout the day, and then like by the end of the day, I just have black smudged underneath no matter what products I use, what liners, what mascaras, no matter what it is. Even if it's waterproof, it always smudges a little bit. Not since I've used this. So that makes me think that it's whatever mascaras I've been using on my lashes is what's been smudging, and this will not smudge. So I think this is a new holy grail lower lash mascara for me. So if you have that problem like I did, try this out. It's wonderful. Don't love it on my top lashes, love it on my lowers. Alright, this has had a permanent place in my makeup drawer. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Eyeliner. It's a waterproof liquid liner, and it has a brush tip, and that is why I love this liner. It's absolutely wonderful. I believe this is $5 or $6 at the drugstore, and it has become my all-time favorite black liquid liner. I've gone through many of favorites. This is comparable to like the Kat Von D or KVD now liner if you've tried that, and I just absolutely love it. It's had, like I said, a permanent fixture in this drawer. Same with this next product. It's from Wet n Wild. If you've been watching my recent videos, you're probably sick and tired of seeing this product. It's their retractable brow pencil, but I am not huge on brow products. I don't think they're fun to test out. I just think a brow product is a brow product. I know not everyone will agree with me, but I have found the types that I like, and this is a style that I like where it has the triangular tip. So I really actually like that kind of brow pencil, and I have several in that style, and at this point I'm just trying to use this up. That's why you keep seeing it in all my videos, because I just want to use this up and move on to the next. That is all that I have left, so I think it's probably more than I'll use in a week, but I'm kind of hoping I can get this done this week so I don't have to use it anymore, because I am ready to move on to something else, but I do want to use this up first. I have two eyelid primers in here. Eyelid primer is something that I will never, ever, ever skip. Even if I'm in a hurry, I will always use this. I have one from e.l.f. and one from Profusion. I've been testing these both out. This came in a kit recently that I picked up at TJ Maxx, and I've been really, really enjoying it. And then the e.l.f. one I've been testing out as well. So those are what I will be using this week for primers. And then this shouldn't be up here. It should be back here. This is a brow gel from Flower Beauty. I've been absolutely loving this. It's their Fiber Fix Brow Gel. I love it. It's giving my Gimme Brow by Benefit a run for its money. Okay, now back here are where I have my, like, powders and eyeshadows and this setting spray here. I'm working on testing this out. I've only used it once before, so I need to keep using it. So this is what I'll be using this week for setting spray from Milani, the Make It Last. But this is a version that has sunscreen, and I have never seen sunscreen in a setting spray, so I was really interested. It says it has SPF 30 in it, so I want to see how this is going to react with the different foundations. You know, will it help my makeup hold up? Will it not? You know, having that SPF in a spray just seemed really interesting to me, so I'm going to be testing this out this week. For eyeshadow, I've got the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette. It's the Nude Mood color story. I used this a couple days ago and really liked it. So I've got this in here to be testing it out. Lately, I have just been really into mattes. I don't know what it is. You know, your opinions change, especially as you get older, and I think that's just what's happening, and I'm just enjoying more and more matte shadows. So, so far what I've used from this, I really like, so I want to try this out more this week. I've also gotten here this new quad from Revlon. It's the So Fierce in That's a Dub. That's the shade, I guess. Beautiful looking shadows. They're all pretty much shimmer. These two are not quite matte, but they're not quite shimmer either, but these two are very shimmery. I like them okay. I don't think they're fantastic so far. That's my viewpoint. So I want to use them a little bit more and see how I feel. You know, I might use like this really pretty champagne-y pink while I'm using the matte palette. That's why that's in here. I just want to get more thoughts on this before I, you know, deem it a fave or a fail. I think right now it's just sort of a meh, like take it or leave it kind of product. The last palette I have for eyeshadow is from Pop Beauty. I picked this up at my local CVS. It's so funny the way different CVSs carry different products, because the CVS closest to my house does not carry this line, but one on the other side of town, you know, like 10-15 minutes away, does. So I was in there and I saw this. It caught my eye. I believe this was $15. And there was just something about it that I had to try it. And the swatches are really nice. These two right here are pressed glitters, and they are gorgeous, but I do think you need a glitter glue with them. But this is more of like just an everyday neutral, really pretty palette. And they're so soft. Look at that. Like, just so nice. I really like it so far. I was so impressed with the swatches. I haven't really gotten to play with it too much, so that's why it's in here this week, so I can, you know, let you know my thoughts on this, because I haven't heard anyone talk about it. It is the Light Shadow palette in Basic. They do have other color stories, so knowing, you know, that I like this already in terms of just how it swatches, I might be interested in picking up some more color stories, you know, if I end up loving it. For face products, I have a couple things in here that stay always. One of them is my Fiona Styles contour palette. I don't know that you can buy this anymore, so that's why I don't try to show it too terribly much on my channel, but I do talk about it because it is my favorite contour palette. It's just the perfect tones for me in my light skin. So if you do happen to find this somewhere and you're fair like me, definitely check it out. I also love how sleek it is, because I feel like for the most part, contouring palettes can be really bulky, and this one just isn't, and that's why I love it. And this one is in light medium, if you were curious, if you can find it like on Poshmark or something like that. For under eye powder or just setting powder in general, I have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus. I haven't used this too much. I got it on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale when they had this one as like, I don't know, 50% off. I picked it up, and I haven't really used it too much, so I've got that in here this week. We're going to try using it as a setting powder for under the eyes. I don't know if that will work or not. We're going to find out. This also lives in my drawer permanently. It's the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. Absolutely adore that. I've talked about that before, that, you know, I was really late to the party. I was sleeping on it, if that's what people say now. I was sleeping on this. Don't sleep on it. If you have two, it's worth the $39, and I'm sure this will last me for like 10 years. It's so much product. The last thing in here is from Hourglass. It is their Luminous Light Ambient Lighting palette. This one, like I said, is in the Luminous Light, Luminous Flush, and Iridescent Strobe. So it's got, you know, their version of a setting powder, which I guess I could, you know, attempt to use that this week. Oh, you can see you guys up there. There, you don't have to look at an awkward reflection. So like the setting powder, the blush, and the highlight. So I like that I can have this all in one product here. So I might even play around with that setting powder a little bit too. But those are everything I've got, you know, in my everyday drawer for this week. It's a lot of goodies I'm really excited about. Oh, I didn't show you my lip drawer. Let me show you that really, really fast. I have my two favorite lip balms at the moment. One is from Jouer and one is Carmex. Carmex I think is my ultimate favorite. It really heals my lips like nothing else. This I got in a BoxyCharm and I do really like it. So I've got that in here too. I kind of just, you know, whichever one I grab first I use. Back here are just a bunch of clips so I can like pin back my hair. And then I have my two favorite lip liners from MAC. I have it in Soar and Whirl. These are my two favorites. They're two of the most popular shades, I would say, probably because they're just really universal and look really, really nice as an everyday lip color. A lot of times I will just put this on and nothing else. Maybe just put some lip balm on. So I love these. If I do want to go a step further, I have the Superstay ink crayon from Maybelline in Trust Your Gut. This is a super, super popular shade. It's supposed to be like the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. I wouldn't know, I've never tried it, but I do like this. I have the lip stain from Flower Beauty in Play. This has been a favorite for months and months. I've talked about it. I've got this Colourpop Lippie stick in Brink. I haven't used this too much, and I've had it for quite a while, so I pulled this out to play with. I have from L'Oreal the Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Nudist. This is probably the most nude lip product that I have, and every now and then I want to go this route, but typically I like more color on my lips than just a nude. But I've got that in there if I want to use that. And then last, I have the Ulta Beauty Lasting Color Lip Gloss Stain in Regal, and it's actually what's on my lips today, so I really like that as well. Alright, that's everything I've got in my drawer this week. I absolutely love looking at everybody's everyday makeup drawer or their makeup bags. I'm always super nosy and I absolutely love looking at that. So I hope you enjoyed taking a peek inside what I will be using the next week or so. I'm sure things will come in and out throughout the week as well. So that's just the nature of it. But this is really easy for me to just open it up, pull from this, and if I feel like I need something else, I can start digging in my drawers for whatever else I think is lacking out of here, which sometimes happens. But I'm really excited about everything I've gotten here this week, just a really condensed version of things that I either know I love or want to love. So I'll give you, you know, my thoughts on these once I get to know some of these products better. Most of them, like I said, I haven't really used too much, so I'm trying to test them out as best I can to give you guys an informed opinion on if I think it's worth the money and maybe you should try it or not try it. I have already spent way too much money and we're not even out of January yet, so I think February is going to be what I'm going to call frugal February because I have used way too much. So I'm going to focus my next videos for next month on just things I already own. So we're starting that out right now with testing what I've been buying. And I will hopefully have some updates for you in the next week or so because I know a lot of these are brand new and you probably are anxious to get them also. Anyways, I'm sure this video is already too long. If you stuck in there, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you like this style of video and I will continue to do them for you. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I would really, really appreciate it, especially if you made it to the end of this video. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.